Packed up and ready to go. I'm going to stop off at that waterfall, I think, on the way. It's about a click down the trail. And just have a look at that. That looked like it's pretty impressive. I'll have one last look around the campsite before I go. Already sent a text to my wife that I'm on my way to the car. And I'll send her another one when I'm there. I'm kind of liking this inReach thing. It's pretty good. It is a bit frustrating because it isn't like your phone texting, so it's not that quick two-way communication, but getting the hang of it, and I'll be off. Well, it's 10 to 10. Just left the campsite a few minutes ago, and it is now raining after all this threatening of rain. I think it may have finally decided to rain. So it's just a real pain. But at least I'm on my way out, not on my way in, so I get wet. Doesn't matter, stuff gets wet. Doesn't matter so much. So the falls definitely aren't a kilometer from the campsite. It's pissing with rain now. I was just going to look. Okay, half a kilometer from the campsite. I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm going to go down there, have a quick look. I'll take a bit of video. I'm going to have to come back and figure out what I'm going to wear because it's pissing with rain. I have an umbrella, which might be good enough. So I may try that first because if I put on the jacket, it's going to get hot. Anyway, it is raining. I better go. It's just raining now. Just looks like it's here for a while. It's that kind of rain. I mean, just in the brief time, went down the falls and my pack's wet. I'm pretty wet, just damp, I guess. So I'm gonna put the pack cover on and put this phone away. I'm gonna put it in the Ziploc with the inReach. If it stops, maybe I'll be able to get a bit more video, but a lot of it's going to be repeats. One of the things I'm going to be doing as I go back down the trail is just having a closer look at the water crossings. I know I got to take my boots off for one. I'm not going to do that log again. I'm sure most people will do it. I'm not. And just try and see if the bridges were gone, you know, how easy it is to cross. And just for example, from the campsite, if that bridge was gone right there, wouldn't be great. It's a sturdy bridge. It's not going anywhere. But just near where you get the water for camp, it's easily crossable. So I'll do that. And I got to put this away. It's raining. So I found a bit of relief under these trees. There's actually a dry spot here. It's this drizzling rain. It's not going anywhere. So the kicker is, you know, I got the waterfall, took the video, got my umbrella, pack cover on, and you know, I go around the corner and there's the first water crossing. There's no bridge, and this is the one where I thought the camp is nearby, so I was trying to follow an animal trail. Easy to cross, but it's absolutely pouring. I'm like, do I just go across and just say to hell with it, get my boots wet and my feet? I mean, I'd be completely soaked. At any rate, I took my boots off. I'm thinking it's probably better to keep them as dry as long as possible, because at that point I wasn't even a kilometer out. I still got 10K to go. I think the smart thing is just to try and keep your feet as dry as possible, because that's all you got. So great. So I do that water crossing, get all my stuff back on. It's raining. I'm pretty wet. I think the umbrella is really. It just keeps the rain off of you, so you're not getting completely soaked. So I kind of think that works. Gaiters are helpful. So, you know, I do that water crossing. I pass out the other set of waterfalls, the smaller one. That's on the right as you come in. And of course, I'm like a couple hundred yards away. I don't think I could have left my Crocs on, but boy, it's awfully close, this next crossing. This is the one with the log. I'll show it to you again. the log's now wet, and I didn't do so well the first time. And the bridge has just enough water that my boots will get soaked if I try and cross it, and it could be slippery. So I'll show you a better shot of the log and a better shot of the bridge. So you can see what I'm talking about. What's great is that on this side at least, I have a dry spot to take my boots off again and cross. And it's going to be a pretty easy crossing. Actually, by the log, the water's pretty easy, so I'll cross there. Hopefully find another dry spot under some pine trees across there, and get going again. So this has been slow going. I don't remember other water crossings. There might have been one, but all right, let me show you this stuff. What's great about that little umbrella, I got a Shoppers Drug Mart. It's lighter and cheaper than like the Sea to Summit style umbrella. Anyway, it works. Here's the bridge. I mean, there's no way I'm getting across that without my boots getting wet. So, you know, if I got to get my boots off, I'm just going to cross on the rocks because it's pretty easy. That bridge looks slippery. Anyway, back into my dry spot and get going. Yeah, that was $30 at Shoppers Drug Mart. I just saw it at the checkout. It felt really light. I looked it up. It's a British umbrella maker, Fulton, I think it is. 30 bucks. It's like half the price of Sea to Summit. I think it's lighter. I think it's under 50 grams. So it's great. It just tucks into your chest strap. Your hands free. And I guess in this kind of weather, maybe it's more psychological than anything else, but you know, I'm not completely soaked through, so I think that's better than the alternative. Anyway, time to get the boots off. Well, okay, I'm across. That was a pain in the ass. So actually at the log and actually at the bridge, that's a lot of water, and it's actually cutting against that far bank. So if you try to get in from the other side, it's like, I tried my trekking pole. It's got to be like halfway up the thigh, moving pretty strong. So I just went downstream a bit, and I found a nice sandy area where I can kind of go in and gauge it. It was fine when it was up to my knees, but I did see another old bridge, I think, maybe a washed out bridge. So I'm just going to go back and have a quick look. I think there's even an old trail. I didn't see that before, so I'm just going to go back, take a quick video of that, take a shot of that. That might be good for the future, so maybe next time that'll be an option. So I'll just quickly go do that. You know, it takes so damn long to get your boots on and off. You waste 15 minutes. So, you know, what the hell, spend another 30 seconds and have a look. So I'll go do that. Yeah, so there's like the remnants of an old bridge. Anyway, I crossed here. And right over there is nice sandy. It's pretty easy. It's up to the knees. You can just see peek through there is remnants of the bridge, and just down from there, logs up from there. And then there's this old bridge, log. I mean, I think I could cross that without taking my boots off. So that's frustrating. Got to bushwhack a bit to get there, but why are they bushwhacking? I mean, this is doable. There's enough, couple trekking poles, lots of places to balance. So now I know. So if this is still here, next time I come here, I'm certainly going to give this a try rather than take my boots off. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear me over the water, but where that old bridge is knocked down and there's that logs, that looks very doable. That's where I'm going to be crossing next time. It's not a big balancing act. Shouldn't have any problem crossing on that without taking the boots off. Wish I'd known that 20 minutes ago. Anyway, that's part of the fun. So I'm ready to go. think the rain is easing off. The sky's a little bit brighter. It's a good sign. I hope so. And if it eases off, maybe if there's anything more interesting comes up, I'll take the phone out again. Otherwise, it'll be back in the car. So just checking in, I made it to the Maligne Junction, Maligne Pass Junction, 5K from Avalanche. I think it took me an hour to do the first K. I have to take my boots off all the time, and like an hour to do the last, 3, 4. But I mean, the good news is the sun's out now. Might even stay a while. So I took my pack cover off because that's just going to trap moisture, and I'm just going to have a snack and then be on my way. And it's funny, the difference a couple of days make. So when I first went up this trail up to Maligne Pass, that very first bridge, I wasn't happy about it, and then coming back, it was like nothing. I'm like, oh, this bridge is fine. It's a little rickety, and if it goes, I'm not quite sure how you're gonna cross there. It looks fairly deep, but it might last. And also, I think coming back, it's a bit earlier in the day. It's like noon instead of 3 or 4, and so the water's not actually up over the bridge. So it's really a non-event, and I was kind of dreading that all the way coming here. Not as rickety as I remember, because I think I just now have way too much experience with rickety bridges, and I'm not phased. So there you go. So I'm gonna have my snack, at this great spot here in the sun. Hopefully dry out a bit. My pants and shirt are basically more wet from the bushes on the side of the trail than anything else. Gaiters really help with that. But I'm on my way back to the car, so I don't really care. I didn't bother with putting on, like the rain skirt or the Frog Togs top or anything. So I'll dry out. I got a whole change of clothes in the car, so I can stop off at Saskatchewan Crossing, have a nice burger or something, and get home. So I'm back at the car. It's like 5 after 2. I made really good time, hour and 3/4 maybe from the intersection there. Left there about 12:15. Really made good time, in part just because it's all pretty much all downhill. And I got into camp the first night pretty beat, and I think I know why. It's only 11 kilometers, but it was 600 meters elevation gain. I just checked my GPS here when I got back to the car. So that's a decent amount of elevation, and it's a boggy mess the whole way. So you're picking through stuff half the time, taking your boots off and whatnot, getting chased by a moose. That always helps. So I'm just sending a text to my wife on the inReach, just to let her know I'm back at the car, and so I'm heading home. I'm going to stop off at Saskatchewan Crossing, get a good lunch. Looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to going back and seeing my wife, who I love very much, and my kids. So looking forward to that too. So I'm good to go. I got my Gatorade and fresh clothes and ready to go. That was good fun. I guess there's something interesting going on. Is there a bear somewhere? Like, that's usually what brings the people out onto the highway. All over the highway. I assume there's a bear or something. Yeah. Oh, there's bears, black bears over there. I'm not going to join in. Just going to try. Oh, bear and cubs. Very nice. Well, I'll do this, see if I get a shot. They're over there, right? I probably won't get them on the mother and 2 cubs, young-looking cubs. Very cute. I'm going to stay in my car, keep going. Anyway, this is par for the course in the Icefield Parkway. Damn. This is fun. You're gonna wreck your car. This is gonna be slippery.